Yuta Okkotsu is always said to be the next Satoru Gojo. If you don't think he will be, you're wrong. The signs are all there for him to take Gojo's 6 eyes. Now before you start calling me ridiculous and banish me into the underworld, let me cook. Okkotsu has always been catching everyone in awe, and some may say he's part of the honored ones soon. But how on earth is he going to reach the next level indefinitely? There is a reason why Yuta is more stressed out than everybody there during the fight between Gojo and Sukuna, with him knowing what will happen next and the pressures that come with getting the 6 eyes. Well, follow me down my thought process and leave a like on the way. The special grade sorcerer has shown what it means to be second to Satoru Gojo. Defeating Gojo and his performance in the Sendai colony has also been impressive, nothing short of amazing. Having the cursed spirit Rika by his side to give him more cursed energy when he needs, to be able to store copy techniques as well as cursed tools with her, it all sounds busted altogether. There is a reason why Yuro called him blessed. The whole clan is blessed. Gojo is also called blessed, even by Toji when he mentions it. Well, you can see the only one that doesn't believe this is Kenjaku. He thinks Yuta is pretty overrated and doesn't really believe he's up for the task, because if Gojo had all his curses, he would have won, according to Kenjaku. But Gojo thinks otherwise. He believes in Yuta. But all this can flip in an instant by attaining the eyes of Satoru Gojo. So this is how it's going to happen, and how it would. Gojo, when he went to Africa, had a bad feeling about when he returns back, and then he was introduced to Shibuya being caught in the prison realm. He was right. That meant Yuji Todori was protected by Yuta, which you see later on. Yuta went to protect Yuji by pretending to kill him and getting him away from the higher ups. So Gojo has a contingency plan for if he loses certain things or if something goes wrong. So in this new plan, due to their blood relation, as they are far distant cousins or relatives to Shigurura Michizane, them being related would allow Gojo to share eyes with Yuta. This blood relation, although very thin, allows the eyes of Yuta to accept the 6 eyes. It's similar to a Sasuke Itachi situation. When you think about it, Yuta Okkotsu didn't need to be related to Gojo. They could have said any reason as to why he has boundless curse energy, just like Todo. Todo is strong and he didn't have any family in particular as to why he's strong. But Gege wanted us to know they are somehow related to make this work. If I'm cooking so far and you believe I am, hey, comment down below. I'm cooking. Hey, gas me up a little bit. So Gojo, during the 1 month time skip period before his fight with Sukuna, explained to Yuta Okkotsu that he might be able to copy Gojo's eyes to the point he can literally take it. Gojo with the 6 eyes perks can figure out the true nature of someone's curse technique. For example, the man that was coming after Riko Amanai's bounty with the paper bag. He sees the potential of the curse technique and even points out clearly that you should be able to be strong. How are you so weak? So Gojo can differentiate how strong someone should be or what the true nature of the curse technique is. So this solidifies that the 6 eyes can see a potential of someone's curse technique and what it can do. Other proof to show that this is possible is that we've seen Gojo do things people have never seen or done before. This is possible because of the 6 eyes. For example, when he used reverse curse technique on his curse technique went after the burnout of the domain expansion. Sukuna, with 1,000 years knowledge and knowing everything about curses and cursed spirits, didn't even know that. I don't think people understand. Sukuna has 1,000+ years of experience, fought in every realm and difficulty, and he did not know you can heal your burnout curse technique until Gojo did it. There's no way you're telling me Gojo doesn't know things people don't know. So how it would work is Gojo, when he had the conversation with Yuta Okkotsu, said that you should take both of his eyes if he loses, meaning they have a way to get the body while he's fatigued or dead. Gojo after the Sukuna fight would be in bad shape. Let's be real, Sukuna was hyped up in the show, so he can't lose up straight away, narratively speaking. Or he can lose, but Gojo won't be able to fight on, meaning it's a draw if he did. So with that logic, Yuta Okkotsu takes the eyes and sacrifices his own, using reverse curse technique to burn up the eye with the sockets to have it activate similarly. Or Shoko could have helped with the reverse curse technique if Yuta couldn't do it himself. So Yuta with the 6 eyes can be a completely different animal. There can only be one 6 eyes user at a time, but this is fate that brought Yuta and Gojo together. Since Toji messed everything up, this was the new direction that he went in. Gojo could be dead after the Sukuna fight, leading to Yuta to step up with similar power, but if Gojo dies, Who else is defeating Sukuna and how? Unless Yuji Itadori with the soul swap, soul snatching, whatever curse technique Yuji Itadori wants to use. Now, Gojo would have a valid reason to wear his blindfold and bandages, which could be a foreshadowing perhaps, maybe that he goes blind. So he is capable of fighting and is just blind. That could be a possibility too. There are theories about Gojo losing his left eye or his eye, so it could fit in some way perhaps. So after Yuta goes onto the battlefield to retrieve the body and letting Kashimo fight, all of this could have taken place. But this makes you wonder, how powerful is the Six Eyes then if Yuta Okkotsu gets it? What new skills will he unlock in his repertoire? So firstly, his access to the ability to see the flow of curse energy in extreme detail and use that to read curse techniques with ultra precise control over the user's curse energy. This will just be simply next level. So now that he has the power to see several kilometers away and tell things apart, this will be very useful. Yuta Okkotsu can look at someone, tell what the curse technique is, meaning he can figure out how it works so he can choose if he wants to copy and optimize it to its full potential, perhaps better than the user itself. For example, copying curse speech in a way that you have to be very specific with the type of pitch you use for your voice, which can even pierce through people using curse energy to cover their ears. That would be using your curse technique to the optimal ability. That would be something crazy. So yeah, Yuta will be able to use maximum curse techniques of all the abilities he takes away. This would mean Gojo would be the most busted character defensively and Yuta would be the most busted character offensively. Yuta might be using the Six Eyes based on Rika, because although Gojo can't turn them off and on, it's still not Yuta's eyes. So when Yuta decides for Rika to manifest fully, as we know in the manga, this will last around 5 minutes, and to use full power of the Six Eyes, making him absolutely busted. So perhaps having those eyes when it's off, and when the 5 minutes begin, his eyes brighten up and you can see the Six Eyes is in full action. Not to mention him being a sword user while having Six Eyes. This would be hella cool. Come on, I believe in you guys. I know you can picture it with me. Yuta Okkotsu standing in front of Sukuna. Sukuna saying, "I've defeated one of you," being Gojo, and he says, "You're next." Sukuna struggling because Maharaga cannot adapt to Yuta using all the curse techniques and completely knocks out Maharaga in the process. Maharaga constantly struggling to adapt while Rika is fighting off Sukuna somewhere else. Like, even to the Shikigami, this is a 2v2. Like, can you not imagine Yuta Okkotsu going against Sukuna in these conditions while trying to defend his old master Satoru Gojo? And this, in a way, in a funny way, would be the ending to the feud of Zenin clan versus Gojo clan, even though they're in different bodies and it's not exactly directly the end, but it would be quite funny if this is how it ends and it's not with their people themselves by blood. Kenjaku would agree. He would be fascinated. I feel like this is quite a funny theory and actually something that I can see happening a little bit. If you haven't already, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. Obviously this is all fun and games, I'm just making the theories because it's quite fun, and I think you guys might be able to pitch in your own ideas as well. Tell me in the comments below what you like the most about it, and yeah, that's it to the new old people that come and visit my channel. Njana.